beast that you see walk into the ring, that is a man known as Eddie Hindrixx, and you see that belt around his waist. He is the King of the South champion over at DWA. So let me tell you something. Our Shout Out Social Media champion has a gigantic competition to try to go.
He's about to add, he want to add some more hardware to his collection. You know what I'm saying?
Two belt, Eddie Hindrixx.
Eddie, kill him. Kill him.
Now, let's see our other champion.
Don't let him live.
Jacob Johnson, Social Media Shout Out Championship in hand.
He's staring me down because, you know, I was the second ever Shout Out Media Champion. Just throwing it out there. That's why he eyeing me down. But it's okay, Jacob. I don't want none. I ain't even trying to go in the ring with you. You need to be worried about the beast, though. That man in the ring, that man beast, Eddie Hindrixx.
Jacob Johnson looking at his second title defense with that Shout Out Social Media Championship. The previous holder was Lamar Diggs. You gotta wonder if Diggs will ever come back for that championship. But in the meantime, it is in the hands of Jacob Johnson. And one thing to remind everybody, that Shout Out Social Media Championship can actually act as a Money in the Bank
type of situation, you know what I'm saying?
Introducing first, the challenger, hailing from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing 285 pounds and representing the famed area Melissa. He is a hero killer, the strange beast, the sun god, Eddie Hindrixx.
Eddie Hindrixx.
Hailing from the hellhole of Patterson, New Jersey, weighing 240 pounds of pure, unbridled hate. He is the reigning, defending, undisputed RIPW Social Media Shout Out Champion, Jacob Johnson.
Going back to our earlier point, we mentioned how that Social Media Shout Out Championship can act in RIPW. It can be your chance to get a title shot, whether it's the openweight belt or the heavyweight belt. Eddie Hindrixx said in a promo, he said on social media, if Eddie Hindrixx wins that title, he's going to cash that in tonight.
And you know, and like I said, me being a former champion myself, holding this title, I understand the prestige, but now it's a whole other situation. As soon as you cash that baby in, it's like an option C type deal. I can cash it in to get a title shot. So guess what? I'm gonna be making sure that I get that title because that's the closest next best thing to being number one contender.
And then the next question, if Jacob Johnson is able to successfully retain, you gotta wonder when he will cash it.
And guess what? Tonight, with this major main event that is always going to be, you know, balls to the wall, that could be a perfect opportunity, you know, for me.
Same thing.
Fountain champion.
Same thing with our co-main event, which will be Keelan Cole versus Jay Alpha Male for that Southeast Openweight chip. Let's talk about the championship that's currently being defended. The Shout Out Social Media champion. Oh, and the King of the South champion from DWA. Able to rock Jacob Johnson for a little bit.
Oh, and the big man's off his feet. Jacob Johnson is down.
Eddie Hindrixx showing why he is
now,
the hero killer.
Now tell me, when's the last time you seen Jacob Johnson get picked up off of his feet like that and thrown into the ground?
Look, it's very rare we see Jacob Johnson in that spot, but when it comes to Eddie Hindrixx, this is what a normal Sunday is.
Normal Sunday. This is a normal day at the office right now for Eddie Hindrixx, the way he's moving.
And look, Eddie Hindrixx is the sun god. The sun's still out. He can still do a lot of damage. But speaking of Jacob Johnson, getting a hot shot on Eddie Hindrixx. Now Shout Out Social Media champion. Getting a massive leg layer that drops Eddie Hindrixx.
I will say now, one thing you cannot do is take your eye off of Jacob Johnson. Even though me and him have had our differences, this man once a tag team partner of mine. I understand how aggressive he is in the ring, and right now he's showing Eddie Hindrixx that he ain't no pushover.
Jacob Johnson was able to go to that ground and pound. And that's probably also the smart thing for him to do against Eddie Hindrixx. Keep him grounded. The moment Eddie Hindrixx starts moving, he's like a locomotive. As soon as that train gets going.
It's like a freight train. Yeah, it ain't no stopping him once it gets going. But right now, oh, look at that, trying to trade blows.
And Eddie Hindrixx not going for those body shots, but instead looking to return each and every single one of those blows.
I mean, literally, 4 for 4. That's exactly what it was. Oh, asking for it.
Exploder! Suplex!
With ease. I mean, he just threw Jacob Johnson across the ring.
That is why Eddie Hindrixx is a part of Fade Area Militia. It is because of that ungodly power.
I'm finna say, remember, ladies and gentlemen, the Shout Out Media Championship is on the line right here in this match. Hey, Eddie almost got the pinfall there. It wasn't enough. But does he have enough to put Jacob Johnson away? He's held that title for quite some time now.
And the thing with every big man, yes, we're seeing some powerful stuff that's shaking the ring and the ground around it. But the issue comes, how long can you keep that up for? You and I both know stamina isn't exactly a big guy's strong suit.
No, it is not. Exactly. For me being a big guy, one to another.
Jacob Johnson. Eddie Hindrixx looking for a back suplex. Did you see how the ring kind of almost popped up for a second?
Yes, and I'm be honest with you, the heavier you are, the harder you fall in this ring. So the fact that Jacob Johnson was able to mount up the strength to pick up Eddie and slam him down, his weight went down with him. Now he's choking the life out of him.
I mean, hey, if the pin doesn't work, go for the choke.
Like you said, he's the champion. He has to do anything and everything to retain that title.
I mean, we're talking anything and everything. He could just walk out of here and just take the 10 count.
I mean, honestly, championship advantage. This is a normal match. So again, that is true. But I'll be honest with you though, that's not Jacob's style. Jacob's the type that likes to dominate in the ring. He likes to be aggressive. He likes to inflict pain. He actually likes to be challenged. So right now, he's in the ring with one of the biggest challenges he's had thus far in this title reign.
I don't know if you can get any bigger than Eddie Hindrixx, who is mounting an offense right now, getting massive strikes.
And right now, oh, what a chop! What a chop! And Eddie's telling him to come on. These two big men are in the middle of the ring fighting for this championship.
Oh, the hero killer looking to put Jacob Johnson in a body bag, but Jacob Johnson doing everything he can to prevent that.
He's putting all his weight on Eddie, making sure he won't lift him up for that suplex. Oh, and an elbow to the back of the head. Fans ain't liking that one.
Jacob Johnson telling Eddie Hindrixx to get up, setting him up for something.
He's seizing him up, but he doesn't need to get distracted by the crowd. See, he went for another leg lariat, and he got caught.
And ended with a sidewinder suplex.
I mean, literally turned him damn near 360 and snapped him right on his head.
Eddie Hindrixx doing everything he can to make the case that he should be Shout Out Social Media Champion, and they should just be a champion in general, as we saw him walk out with that King of the South championship.
But again, like I said, right now, it is going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot to take out Jacob Johnson, okay? But right now, he's in the ring, and he's in a bad position. Oh, what a foot wash! That was nasty.
Jacob Johnson eating everything from the toe to the heel in the boot.
I'm talking about down to the damn shoelaces, and this could be it.
Does not get pinned, able to kick out at 2, and Eddie Hindrixx, you see, he's starting to get a little frustrated.
He is getting a little frustrated again. Like I said, he has not here at RIPW. I can't say Eddie has a impeccable record when it comes to big men. Okay, he's been in the ring with Lamar. He's been in the ring with Aaron Black. But honestly, he's not been in the ring with Jacob Johnson. This is the first time right now on a one-on-one occasion.
Eddie Hindrixx and the entire Fade Area Militia, I mean, all of them have track records that make him arguably the most dangerous man alive. But Jacob Johnson, again, holding that title. There's a reason he has that title.
Oh, and a chop right to.
Jacob Johnson with a massive right hand. And grabbing Eddie Hindrixx by the hair, but Hindrixx able to throw a right hand of his own. We're just seeing these two exchange massive blows.
And right now, who can hit the harder end? Oh, and both men knocks each other down!
I think the answer to your question is both. As both men go down, and both men are not. If they're not unconscious, damn near it.
I mean, literally, both men went for the same idea and laid each other out.
And you can see DJ Bruno, the Brawler Fade Area Militia, trying to give that support to Eddie Hindrixx, telling him, get up, you got this.
Yes, like I said, but right now, Grandpa is at a count of 5. Both men are still not to their feet. Oh, never mind, I stand corrected. Eddie is up.
Massive form from Eddie Hindrixx.
Oh, and a headbutt.
Oh, he's not done, though. gets that back elbow.
What a vicious strike.
Leo Uranagi!
This could be it. Oh!
What?
I thought we had a new champion.
Look, this is normally the part where the fans say, that's 3, and the referee says, that's 2. I'd agree with the fans. That looked like a 3, but the referee's saying that's a 2. I'm willing to compromise and call it a 2.8. Either way, that means this match still goes on.
This match is still on. Jacob Johnson is still in this match. Again, like I said, Jacob's no slouch. He's not giving up this championship easily, okay?
Jacob Johnson
tries to pump him up. What the hell?
Powerbomb!
No freaking way!
And Eddie Hindrixx looking to become the new Shaw Social Media Championship, putting the nail on the... Oh, Jesus! The strength of Eddie Hindrixx just to deadlift him up and sit out with the powerbomb!
Get the hell out of here! Why? They kick out!
What should have been an and no is right now not over.
Thank you to the man in the crowd who dropped that F-bomb because I wanted to and can't. But Jesus, how? Production man, when you hear this, I want a damn replay. We need to see that again.
Eddie Hindrixx taking off the straps. The universal sign for if everything beforehand didn't kill you, this will.
Charging at Jacob.
Massive corner clothesline.
Oh my!
But Jacob Johnson with that lariat out of nowhere.
He clocked that lariat back and gave it to him.
Jacob Johnson propping Eddie Hindrixx up.
Oh!
Massive front slam.
Slam, and that is... Whoa!
Not
he
it.
kicked out! He kicked out!
Knowing Eddie Hindrixx, he will not give up without a fight. And let me tell you something, he's got a lot of fight left in him.
Do you not know how many times Jacob Johnson has ended the match with that slam, with that world's strongest slam? Do you not know how many times? He just kicked out.
But in fairness, Eddie Hindrixx isn't just any other man. So now we beg the question, what does Jacob Johnson have to do to put away Eddie Hindrixx?
I don't know, but it looks like he's waiting for him to get up to his feet. Oh, wow, what a vicious bump.
Massive bicycle goes for the cover.
And that's it. He retains.
And the crowd not at all happy with it.
Jacob Johnson retaining the title. What a great match.
Eddie Hindrixx gave it his all. Honestly, one of the best fights I've ever seen him put on. But at the end of the day, Jacob Johnson was resilient enough and had just the perfect timing on that kick to take out Eddie Hindrixx.
Yeah, that was all she wrote. Get in the face of DJ out there while he's checking on his FAM teammate over here.